Well, just about 6 hours until I hit 24 hours on the fast again. So we're giving ourselves a little kickstart with a cold shower. I'm out of practice. It's been a minute. Here we fucking go. Okay. I pretty much just let one side get used to it, and then I twist. You're not usually supposed to go from hot right to cold, though. You're supposed to jump into cold. But we're transitioning. So, after probably 20 more seconds, I'm gonna turn like 90 degrees. It's been a while. I mean, it's not like that uncomfortable. It is what it is. And the faster you jump in and get it going, the easier it is to handle. Alright. That's 1 minute. Whew. You want to raise up your arm so that it gets in the armpit and all the weird little like glandy areas that generate the most heat. I don't usually put my head right under though. Maybe at the end, but like apparently that's how you can get yourself sick if your head changes temperature too fast. I don't know if it's true or not. I just read that somewhere. Oh, it's starting to feel a little bit better. 30 more seconds, we'll do another flip. But I slept most of today because I wanted to get the bulk of my fasting out of the way while I was still asleep. And I was having dreams. Yesterday, I dreamed about this turtle. There was a snapping turtle in like, it was like a really rocky like valley almost, but like there was a building up at the top. And you had to walk up. There was no steps or anything, but there was this trail and you had to walk up in order to get to the building. And so I did that, and I went to the building, and there was like an exhibit of animals, I guess that you would find in the river. But yeah, I went in and there was this fucking snapping turtle with like, you guys know the Pokemon Cubone? It had like a skull on it, on its head. And there was like skull on its shell, and skull on its arms and its legs, and its tail a little bit, but just like adornments, you know? So it had a skull, but it was like a bunny skull. But it wasn't just any bunny skull because it had ears. The ears were bones also, and they were almost jagged like lightning bolts. And this turtle was fast, man. It was a turtle on rabbit speed, and it hopped out of the enclosure to scare me away. It tried to chase me out of the room, but it wasn't trying to hurt me, you know? Like, it hopped out to see if I would jump. And when I did jump, it was like, scurry, scurry, but just to try and get me to leave. It didn't want to be fucked with, and when I did leave, it went back inside of the enclosure. And then today's dream was actually, I think, about that guy that I felt super comfortable around the other day at the doctor's. And he didn't really look like himself. I think there might be a past life connection there because, like, when I had dreams about my twin flame initially, it was like he would look different, but I would know it was him. And it was kind of that same energy. But I don't know, man, it turned into a cuddle dream, nothing sexual, but like it was very romantic and comfortable and definitely, you know, like charged. Anyway, between like the turtle on rabbit speed and the dream about that guy, I feel like there's something Spirit's trying to tell me about. Maybe it's divine timing. Maybe it's not something that I'm not supposed to be rushing towards, hence the bunny. But I am supposed to be climbing that mountain up to the building. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to interpret dreams like that. Oh, this was the flip? Yeah. So we did a whole rotation with the cold water. It's as cold as it can go. It's probably ice cubey. But, you know, this is 4 minutes in and I'm feeling comfortable. There's no more like, you know, it doesn't feel any kind of weird anymore. I just feel relaxed. It feels chilly, but it's not bad at all. And I'm trying to remember what else happened in that dream. There's like a red-eared slider. Oh, this is the first dream with the other turtle. There was like a red-eared slider that popped out later on when I was down by the riverbank. And I put like, I guess I thought it needed calcium on its shell because its shell looked a little flaky. So I opened up this like vial and it was like a goo. It wasn't like calcium powder or anything like that. I've seen that you add to food in order to make the shell grow stronger. But it was like a gel that you put directly on the turtle's back. And as it spread over the shell, it was like Harry Potter, I swear to God, it was so weird. but the turtle looked like it was enjoying it, like it was basking, like, yeah, like that's the stuff. And it just like spread over and it retracted and it was like blubber, man. Like it was so weird. But that's pretty much all I can remember, other than feeling like I wanted to be away from people during that dream. For whatever reason, I felt like I didn't want to be around people. I wanted to be around the animals, but I think that was something about my social anxiety that I have to conquer. Like, in order to go up to the building, I had to want to be around people. Like, I was avoiding people and I had to make my way up that hill because I needed to go to that building for something. So, maybe Spirit's trying to tell me that they don't want to have to push me again. I have to be making those strides on my own. But you know what? I am going out of my way to leave the house and spend time outside with other people. I'm going to trivia. I'm spending time with my sister. Like, I'm volunteering to go to the grocery store when I don't need to go to the grocery store. Like, if anybody remembers how I used to be back in Georgia, I wouldn't leave the house for anything. I would rather not have groceries than go to the grocery store. So, like, there's things like that where I am pushing myself. And I think, Spirit can tell that I'm pushing myself. But it might be reinforcement that they don't want to have to push me. So there's that. But the doctor dream, I don't know why I was there. It was almost like that checkup again, where it was just making sure everything was okay. And then connection happens. But it makes me wonder what the truth is of that situation, because I don't know. Like, that guy I was super comfortable with, it was really strange. Like, we mirrored each other's movements. Like, when we were in the elevator, we would lean in the same way at the same time and cross our legs at the same point, at the same time. And then one of us would have to be like, oh shit, we did that together. Like, let's maybe stand differently, It was stuff like that. And the humor was seamless. But I didn't get anything overtly that said he was interested in romance, other than, the occasional avoided eye contact. I think there was an air of professionality that was trying to be maintained. But it wasn't about hitting on each other. It was just about enjoying that time. I don't know. But then I had the doppelganger pop up in the cards, and then on my feed, which might be a message of some kind about either him or the twin flame. So strange. But I know the answers are only going to come by not waiting, but moving on my own, doing what I'm supposed to be doing for me in the way that I normally would, and then things will align when they're supposed to align. Rushing it won't change anything. Working on myself will. So that's what I'm doing. Sticking to the plan. And I think it's okay that I neglected my workouts for a minute. I think it's okay that I did that while I was taking caffeine out. It's been probably a week. A little over a week maybe, since I was really hardcore about my planks and my crunches. And I did my crunches just fine, but my planks, I couldn't do that extra 30 seconds. It's like I lost time. And I don't know if that's just because I was tired and I did my workouts separately. Like, I did my crunches around 3, and I did my plank around, midnight? Something like that. But I was sore, Like, it impacted how effectively I could manage. And I was working up to 3 minutes, but, that was with my caffeine. I'm used to being superhuman. Now I have to figure out what it's like without that, how much energy I actually have without stimulants. That could be affecting it too. The last 30 seconds, I'm just gonna hang out like this. But without stimulants and sore, I still got 2 minutes. It wasn't the whole shebang, but it was something. Oh, bang my head. I'm glad I did this. I was thinking about skipping the whole cold shower thing. Thanks for watching, guys.